Hello and welcome to week one in the psychology seminar class. Very excited about this class. Very excited to have many of you in here. The thing is about this class, it's a non-credit class, but it's an extended semester-long, essentially advising opportunity. We're going to look at the parts of the class that are important, career development, where are you going to transfer to, what are you going to be doing with this, and looking at some of the really important skills that this kind of degree builds. Now each week, because we are distance and we're doing this online, I'm going to post a video right in here for each week, introducing you to my expectations for that week. And so we're going to go right into Brightspace right now, take a little bit look at navigation, but then get right into what I'm expecting you to accomplish this week. So here's Brightspace. We've opened up into the class. This is where you found this video. And in all of my classes, what you want to do is read those discussions, check in every day to read those discussions, but then go right into content, and that's where you're going to find just about everything. Now, after you watch this video, I want you to watch the Dealing with Brightspace video. This explains to you the organization of my class, where to find things. So when I'm saying, you know, go to this chapter or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So you read, watch that video. You can scroll down here, the welcome to class, stuff about the class, whatnot, a little video about me, and then the syllabus for the Psych 102 class. Over here on the left-hand side, we're going to see my first expectations for this week, which is introductions. You click on introductions, and this section introduces you to two semester-long discussion boards. One is course questions, one is the course lounge. This week, I would like you to post an introduction to yourself in the course lounge. The course lounge will remain open for the entire semester as a place to post interesting things. You watched a great thing on TV that related to psychology and you want to share that with your colleagues, then go ahead and post that. Or you're looking for a babysitter, and you know, whatever. You can post whatever you want in that particular section. Now, below that is something I'm trying out for new. There's a pizza, by the way. There's a virtual pizza in there. Below that is the student intake form. Now, this is something that I'm trying new in my department, where I'm reaching out and giving students the opportunity to tell me about themselves, their strengths, their resources, and any potential barriers they might have for success in the class, and giving you the opportunity to tell me what you need to be successful. And it's totally optional. Each question is optional. You do not have to share this information with me, but it does help me understand where you're coming from and how I might be able to help you make the best out of this semester. So that's a little quiz that's right there. Now below that we have the course timeline. Now, the course timeline tells you everything that we're going to be doing each week. Okay? Now, this is a fairly light class. I think you'll experience that there's not a whole lot of work, but it's important work. It's important work that's going to help you be successful in the entire degree program of psychology. So let's kind of take a little bit of time to look at what we're going to be doing over the course of the semester. Now, in this first area here in week one, you're going to download and learn how to use Zoom, and we're going to have some group sessions or individual sessions to help you with that. And then we go into building community, which is the first sort of content area, the course questions discussions, the course lounge discussions, and the dream discussions, repeating a couple of those discussions, but also getting into the dream of you and your goals here in the degree in psychology. Next week, we're going to have a getting to know KVCC scavenger hunt. The week after that, we're going to talk about the laptops and iPad requirements in this program. By week 4, we're going to look at the Associates of Science in Psychology, just all the different requirements in there. We're going to talk about the writing pathway and the math pathway as well. And then we have a week off. I don't want to fill you up with too much to do. And then in week 6, we start getting into a multi-part aspect of the assessment. Basically, the nitty-gritty about what you're going to learn based on the American Psychological Guidelines, the Association of American Colleges and Universities value outcomes, and then 21st century skills, grit, and non-academic skills, important aspects of being successful. Then we have spring break. Yay. And then in week 10, this is when the schedule for next semester is going to be available. So we'll be talking about that, about what classes you want to sign up for. In week 11, you'll actually sign up for next semester's classes, and we'll have a discussion about joining the American Psychological Association. When we go into networking, we're going to talk about the different media, social media, and clubs that we have associated with the psychology program. Week 13, we're going to talk about math and writing as two very important aspects of, well, reading, writing, and mathematics, like it says. Aspects of, important aspects of being a psychologist. We are going to have a one-on-one Zoom meeting to complete planning for your entire degree and beyond. And then in the final week, we will be talking about your next steps after KV. So even though you might have just started, we're already going to be talking about, if you plan on getting a career in psychology, you can't stop with an associate's degree. So what's the next step? And even what's the step after that? Master's degree, PhD. We're going to talk about all of that, not to overwhelm you, but to inspire you. And so that's going to be the basic structure of the class. So this week, I want you to focus on the introductions and the content for week 1, which is going to be the Zoom meetings and whatnot. And I'll be sending out some announcements about meeting times where we can potentially get together this first week in some virtual ways, and I can show you how to use Zoom, the features of Zoom, some cool things about it that we can use to enhance our experience. There will be no required Zoom meetings. This is an asynchronous class. It's going to stay that way, and that is perfectly fine. I guess the only required one is at the end, where I want to have a face-to-face Zoom meeting with each one of you to plan out your year and to have a discussion about your further career planning. So I look forward to working with you this semester, and I will see you during this week. Have a great week.